Hi guys, and welcome to or back to another video. My name's Em. Nice to meet you if you've not been here before, and if you have, welcome back. Today we are doing something so exciting. So this is actually the first ever collab I've ever done, so who knows how this is going to turn out. But I was talking to Maria from Living Through Pages over on Instagram, and we thought it would be a really fun idea to pick each other's prompts for a week of reading. If you know me, you know I don't do well with prompts. I am a massive mood reader, so I literally will just pick up any book that I feel like reading whenever. So this is probably going to be quite hard for me, but I'm excited. I'm ready for a challenge. We said we were going to pick 3 books each, so I've done my section for Maria's, and that's over on her channel, so go check it out. And then I'm just about to watch now her one that she sent to me, so let's watch it together, shall we?
Hello! As you can see, I am not Em. My name is Maria, and if I haven't seen you before, I started on YouTube with my book content the same time as Em, and that's how we know each other. And today, I'm so excited because it's our first time collaborating with each other, and we're going to help choosing each other's prompts. So, in my cute little bookish mug, I have made a few prompts because I am a TBR jar queen, and it's my favorite way of choosing prompts for each.
This is where me and Maria are so different. She lives and breathes a TBR, and I aspire. I wish I could be like that. I've tried it many times, and each time I just can't do it. So yeah, props to you, Maria. You're an elite human.
Each month. Alright, hold on, my hair is... Don't wear lip gloss and build hair. Jesus. But every month I like to pick a few prompts to help me choose my TBR for the month, and I thought what better way than to make a cute little TBR mug for Em and choose 3 prompts for her. So let's get to picking. Oh, 2 flew out, so it must be one of those. Pick a book that looks like it would smell expensive.
Ooh, okay, right. A book that looks like it would smell expensive. Okay, let's see, what have we got? A book that would be expensive. When I think of expensive, I'm thinking like gold or like jewelry tones. I mean, could do Red Rising. Does that look expensive? Kind of is giving a bit expensive to me. Maybe we'll put that as an option. What else? Oh, I have just got Starside. That looks pretty expensive, doesn't it? Just with like the shine. Ooh, maybe we could do this. And also the hardcover. That's given expensive, right? Right? Okay, that could be an option. Maybe we just stick with those 2 for now. We decide out of them 2. I mean, I've got so many pretty looking books that, like, you know, this could be expensive. Babel could look expensive, you know. Right, okay, so we picked out of the TBR cart 4, pick a book that looks like it would smell expensive. And I have these 2 options. So I have Red Rising, and this is by Pierce Brown. This is the 10th anniversary edition, and yeah, she's pretty. And then we've got this big old brick of a book, which is Starside by Alex Astor. And I have been really excited to read this because I went to the talk that she did in Manchester, and I am about 7 chapters into this on audiobook. So could this be a good excuse for me to continue it? I think we're going to go with Starside as the first one. Okay, so for a book that smells expensive, we're picking Starside by Alex Astor. Okay, let's go back to Maria.
I hope you have some bougie books. Amazing. Let's go with book number 2. I want to go all the way to the bottom. I have some quite unhinged ones in here, and I hope to get some of them. This one. Ooh, okay. This one says, pick a book that will be banned if it isn't already.
Ooh. So, pick a book that would be banned if it isn't already. Oh my god. Right, let's go back onto the cart. Ooh. This is hard. What do I have that would be banned? Ooh. Right, this is not my personal opinion, but do we remember when YouTubers kept releasing books? Hayley Pham has just released her debut novel. I really like Hayley Pham as a creator, so that's kind of why I brought the book, because I was like, I want to support you, girl. But that could be a good little segue into a book that would be banned, because I feel like a lot of people might be put off by this book because it's written by a booktuber. Does that count as a ban? Is that a really like roundabout way of just being able to read the book I want to? What other options could we do? I mean, I know some people hate sprayed edges on paperbacks. So I have this one, and then I also have, and now back to you. I know some people think it's absolutely criminal. Yes, I was one of those people until the works, they got me. So maybe that could be an option. I've got a Now Back to You by B.K. Borison here, and I mean, this one is stunning, and you know, if you hate the sprayed edges, then you're not gonna like this. I've not seen many reviews on this one actually, but I read the first book in this standalone interconnected series, and I think I gave it about a 3-star. It was okay. I really enjoyed it at the start, and then I think towards the end it just kind of drifted off for me. And then this other one I've got, which has still got the sticker on, I know that's so bad, and that's Face Off, and this by Chelsea Curto. This isn't my usual type of read, so it might be good to branch myself out a bit. So we have them two. Or we could go in a very roundabout circle way and say that, you know, YouTuber books. Oh, sorry, the doorbell just went. Or we could go on another route and we could do a YouTuber's book, because there was a time in life where they should have been banned. They should have been banned straight up. What do we think? I think we all know what I'm kind of leaning more towards. Yeah, I think we're going to pick this one. And also, it's a bit smaller than these two, especially because we've got the big old book of Starside to get through. So I think I might pick up this, only because I'm praying, Hayley, that you're not going to disappoint me with this, and that booktuber books should not be banned. We're putting that there. Okay, let's move on to the next one now.
We know we love banned books on this channel. How fun! You're in for a hoot. I've seen some of the books on your bookshelf as well, so let's see, the last one. I hope it's gonna be Maria picks. I want to pick a book. Pick the prettiest book. Absolutely judged by its cover. I wanted one of the smutty ones. Oh well. There you go. I think just for fun, because
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. So, pick the prettiest book on your shelf, absolutely judged by the cover. I mean, guys, if you know me, you know I love a pretty book. So we have got a few options on here. What could we... Ooh, this one is pretty. I have a few fairy loots on here. So this is The Swan's Daughter, and this is by Roshani Chosky. And I mean, guys, yeah, she's stunning. Front, back. She's a pretty book. So we could do that. Or... Oh, I have this one from this month's fairy loot. That is... guys, this is so pretty. I absolutely love this. Like, these colours, the pink hair. Oh, the pink foiling. Oh my god, yeah, actually, the more I'm looking at this, the more stunning it's looking. Like, and I haven't heard much about this either, so it might be quite a fun surprise one. And then this is the sprayed edges on it. And then, oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. And I haven't really read a mermaidy type of book in a while. And this is giving like Barbie Mermaidia. Is that the one? That's kind of what it's giving to me, but maybe it's not. It might not be as joyful and fun. I think we might do that. I mean, I feel like they're both like similar-ish vibes in the way they both look really pretty and they've got pink and blue on them, and that's about it. I'm in the mood for mermaids. I think we're gonna pick this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, and now we'll go back to Maria and see what she was saying, because she's kind of scaring me with this last little bit.
Em gave me 3 books, but I think just for fun, I'm going to have a look at her shelf and give her a bonus book, and then it's optional if she wants to read it or not. But obviously, I think she should.
She just wants to pick.
Okay, she has some books that will absolutely make her cry.
I do.
And some cute ones. Oh, she has Fairy Tale. I really want to read Fairy Tale as well. I don't own a copy of the book, but I hope to get one eventually. Ooh, Warrior Princess, is that? I have that too. Do you want to do a little buddy read? That would be cute. Babel, oh god, I have that too. I haven't read it yet. Or I also have the entire Puppy War trilogy and I haven't read that. We should read those.
We should.
We Will Die. Oh, I really want to read that, so maybe I need to ask you to read it. Okay, no. So, special challenge for M. If you want to, obviously you don't have to, but I would love if you wanted to buddy read Warrior Princess. Is that
okay?
Let me know. So, we have a bit of extra. We have pick a book that looks like it would smell expensive.
So for that we have Starside by Alex Astor.
Choose a book that would be banned if it isn't already, and pick the prettiest book, absolutely judge it by its cover, and potential buddy read.
She gave me an extra book, guys. Okay. You know what? We could do it. We could do it. Although I'm not optimistic, but we could read 4 books in 1 week. I am quite busy this week, so we're going to see how that goes. For now, I think I'm actually going to start with Starside, because I'm already a couple of chapters through, so it would be rude not to. So yeah, let's read a bit of Starside. Okay, so I thought I could give you a little update. I'll probably go get the actual book first. 1 moment, please. Okay, we're back. And I have hit Starside. So oh my god, I read so much. I'm about halfway through, actually. I did not realise I'd read that much. This was meant to be my 100-page update, but I'm on page 262. I saw a lot of people kind of saying that in the middle, this kind of dips a bit, and I do get what they're saying. I really enjoyed the first 100 pages, and then the sort of middle section does slow down a little bit. I've seen other people say that there's a lot of just like, you're just in this place and then you're in this place, and I do get that is happening, But I mean, I fear that's kind of the nature of the quest. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, the fact that I didn't realise how much I had kind of read. I was a bit surprised at some of the things. There were some side characters who I thought were going to be in this a bit more prevalently, and they're not, which has kind of surprised me a bit. I feel like things happen and then it just goes away. If you've read it, you probably know what I'm talking about. You know that thing that happens. I also kind of don't like that our FMC is just like, I'm gonna die. Oh well, bye. And then obviously she doesn't. But every single time she's like, oh, okay, death's here for me. Bye-bye. But you know, fair enough, girl, because me too. So I feel like a lot of things happen and then I'm not seeing the development of that happen. It just sort of happens and then we go on to the next. That's kind of where I'm sitting at the moment. But I am enjoying it, so, you know, we'll see how this next bit goes, because I know that apparently it has a diabolical ending, and Alex Astor, when I was at the talk for this, said that she likes her books to be done in a way where you read it for the first time and then you find out a bit of information at the end and it makes you like rethink the whole thing all over again. I do have theories on stuff, and that's as far into detail as I can go without spoiling anything for you. So yeah, enjoying it so far. Understand what people are saying about the middle section. It is very like repeat. We're sort of doing the same things over and over again, and there's not many like new things really happening, and I can tell that there is information that I'm being missed out on, and maybe that's why the stakes aren't staking for me, because I know there's information missing, so it doesn't feel like super intense at the moment, especially in those scenes where like it should feel really intense. I'm like, she'll be fine, she'll be all right. Yeah, she's gonna die, but I know I've got this much of the book left, so she's not gonna die, is she? I also think like some of the banter's quite funny, but there's not enough of it. I want more. Like, give me more banter. There's not quite enough, but I'm ready for things to ramp up. Like, and I fear this section is where it's gonna happen. I'll update you when I have more to say. At my mum's house because we're going to go down to London to see Olivia Dean, but I thought I could give a little recap on Starside because I finished it the other day, and guys, the ending was insane. You know how I said I heard it had a diabolical ending? Yeah. The rest of the book was kind of giving 3 stars to me. I think at my halfway sort of check-in, I said that I felt like it was very much like rinse and repeat in the middle section. I mean, I didn't really mind it as much, but I was a bit like, I'm ready for something to happen. And like things did happen, but just not in new ways. Does that make sense? I don't know. If you've read this, then you might understand. But yeah, the first maybe 15 chapters really enjoyed. Then I would say like this section here was a little bit slow, just because it was like the same thing again and again with the same people. So yeah, there was nothing really new happening, but the ending was pretty crazy, I can't even lie. So I've ended up rating this a 3.75 just because I don't want to give it a 4-star, because the middle section, which is like the main bit of the story really, was lacking a bit. Sorry if you can hear creaking, my mum's walking around and we live in an old house. So yeah, I've rated it 3.75 stars just because I couldn't rate it a 4-star when the middle wasn't giving what it needed to give. But I will read the rest of the series. You know me, if anything's over a 3-star, I would recommend it. And I would recommend this. I think it's really fun, like quest vibes. It was exactly what I wanted at the moment as well. I was really in the mood to read this. So yeah, I enjoyed. I will be reading the second one. Like that last line had me absolute dead. Like, if you know, you know. I was like, I think there's a reaction of me when I got to the last like chapter or two. If you know what happens, you know what happens. I was literally laughing because I was like, I cannot believe that this has just happened. I was like, what the hell? Where did this come from? But yeah, no, now it all makes sense. Now I know the ending, which, you know, Alex Astor did say that's what she likes to do, so she did execute well. I want the like world building to be more, sometimes a little bit surface level in the middle, and I think that's why I didn't really like connect with it. It was just like, oh, gonna die, oh well, and then you didn't die, and then it would happen again. You know what I mean? But for the first book in, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a series. Did enjoy, can't wait for the next one. Yeah, good book. 3.75. Not bad start. And I am also, now I've started on Just Friends by Hayley Pham. Guys, I mean, it's a debut novel. I know it's YA, and I read quite a bit of YA because I enjoy it, but it is reading maybe a bit too young for me personally. But I think Hayley's the same age as me, so yeah, but at the moment, yeah, it's just reading a bit young for me. It's really, really easy to get through and does have like quite a lot of topics like around grief and stuff like that, which is actually really, really good. The way like she explores grief, I think, is really, really good. But yeah, everything else is kind of feeling a bit young for me. Like, I think if I was like 13 maybe, probably would have eaten it up. So, and I mean, that makes sense. It is YA, but I like YA where you can read it when you're 13, but you can read it again when you're like 26, and it's absolutely fine. So yeah, we're going to carry on with that, and we're going to see how we go. But yeah, at the moment, it's not doing too well. It's probably sitting at like a 2.5 currently, but I am only like 10 chapters in, so it could all change. But yeah, I'm going to go on my way to London, and I'm going to carry on reading my book, and I'll let you know when I have an update. Probably when I'm at the hotel, I'm thinking. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye! To the hotel. We've got a nice little early check-in, and look at the fine views of London. Don't know if you can even see. Yeah, there you go, brown water, but it's a nice view. And then we've got 2 little beds here because I'm sharing with my mum, And then got the bathroom. Nothing that exciting really. But yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do. Food, yeah, to be fair, I've not really eaten anything much, but we've got a lot of time until Olivia Dean 8. Did I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's good because the hotel goes directly into the O2, so we can just skirt on through there. But yeah, I'll check in with you when I have a reading update probably. Guys, I have no idea how my hair looks, but we've just went for a little walk around at the O2 because they have food and shopping there, and then I went to the spa. You know, of course it had to be done. So whilst I was there, I did quite a lot of reading on the train and in the little spa area as well. So I've only got this much left now. I'm on chapter 18, so that's page 203. And I think it's like done in 100 pages. So I'm gonna guess I'll probably read this tonight when I'm back from Olivia. But it is okay. I think I was enjoying it less in the first bit. It has gotten better. It feels like a debut novel, and you know, we've all got to start somewhere. And it's really not bad. Like, there were some bits. There's one bit I folded over because the writing was really nice and it was like really quotable. Where was it? Oh yeah, I learned that creativity was also in how I can construct a beautiful world for you, especially because the one I thought we'd have came crashing down. I thought that's a nice way of seeing things. Creativity is also in the world that you construct around you. I thought that was really nice. I'm pretty much almost done, but it's not terrible, but it's not great. I think, yeah, it's just written for a younger audience than me, but I was hoping that it was going to be one that I could read as well, but I don't think it really is. I'm also not a massive fan of when there's time jumps, unless it makes sense really, but I feel like this didn't need to have. I don't even know how many years it is, like 4 years or 5 years in the past. Time jumps every now and again. Also the big fight, yeah, I was like, I didn't even realise it was the big fight until later on they said that's the big fight. I was like, oh, I thought they were just chatting. So obviously I'm not understanding some things, but yeah, we've got about 100 pages left. I think it may get a 3-star, maybe a 2.75, I'm thinking. Is that really mean? Should I just round it up to 3? But we'll see how this last 100 pages go, because an ending can always save a book for me, so I'll keep you tuned. Okay, hi guys, so it's the next day and I finished Just Friends by Hayley Pham. It was okay. I think I said in my halfway check-in point that it just felt a bit too young for me, and I think it, like, if this was marketed towards like YA audiences, I think that it would do really well, and like when I was 13 this would have slapped, but unfortunately for me as a 26-year-old it doesn't slap. I think, yeah, the relationship was just a bit too childish for me. I'm not the biggest fans of like a friends to lovers or second chance romance anyway, really, so, you know, take my thoughts with a pinch of salt. But I think, yeah, if this had been marketed more YA and less like Emily Henry vibes, then it may have done better. Yeah, I think I just wanted more from like the conversations that were actually happening. You know what I mean? There wasn't really like much like flow in the conversations. They just felt very like beep, beep, beep. So I think that was probably the weaker points of the book. The good points of the book is I like the vibe, like the setting, like coastally type of, you know, it's giving like a Lifetime movie sort of set, but in like a good way. And I also liked, I think I said this about all the writing and stuff on grief, really good. Some of the word choices were a little bit odd. They didn't really feel like it flowed super well, but I suppose that really only comes with experience of writing a book, so I wouldn't necessarily expect that in a debut novel. But yeah, I think overall I'm going to rate this a 2.75, which is not a bad rating from me, to be honest, but this book isn't for me. I would say if you have like any younger like siblings, or if you yourself are like, I don't know, 13, then you probably would really enjoy this. But I wouldn't go in expecting like an Emily Henry type of vibe. It does explore some deeper topics, but I think this is much more suited to younger audiences. The thing is, the writing was very easy and quick to get through. The whole story is done pretty quickly as well. I mean, it's done in 313 pages, so this is not a long book. It could be like a really nice easy read if you're just wanting something that's not going to take up too much of like your brain power, but still has a bit of something in it. So yeah, that's Just Friends by Hayley Pham completed. And then our next one, it's down here, let me go get it. So the next book that I have is this one, and this is The Wicked Sea, and this is by Jordan and Stephanie Gray. And this is the Fairy Loot edition, which is, I mean, she's stunning. Like, look at this. Sprayed edge. Yeah, she's pretty. So I think I'm going to start with this. What is this about? Enemies to lovers romantasy. It's the first words I see. Oh, so it's about a mermaid who has ran to save her life and is living on land as a mortal. It does sound good, to be fair. This is the traditionally published book, but I think it's in a different colourway to what it actually looks like is usually what they do with the Fairy Loot books. But yeah, excited to get into this. Okay guys, so we are back home now. I've got my little Miss Olivia Dean merch on, and I read this a bit on the train. So we're at 115. I'm not going to get this done because this video needs to go up today, like in a few hours. But I thought I could give you a bit of an update on how the book is so far. So this is The Wicked Sea. I've just taken the dust jacket off just because it's so much easier to actually read a hardback without the dust jacket on. I'm enjoying this so far. I always find in the first like 100 pages of any like fantasy romance book, you're sometimes a bit lost. You're like, who are these people? What is going on? But like, that's how I know it's going to be a good book, because if I'm confused in the first half, or not even the first half, like the first like 20%, then it means there's actual world building going on, and then eventually it'll all make sense to me. So that's given me good vibes so far. It starts off really graphically violent. The first like scene is like, oh, okay girl. The book's also split up into parts. So I finished this first part, which is Mortia, and then I'm currently on part 2 here, which is the sea. And yeah, I love the little illustrations and stuff like that it has on these like parts. I don't know if that's in the normal one or if it's just a Fairy Loot thing. I'm not sure. What I didn't realise is that this has multiple POVs. There was a prologue and then it's just been dual POV in between our FMC and our MMC, which is quite good. It's giving me a lot of information, which is useful for context, but at the same time, obviously it is a bit more information overlay because you're in two people's point of views. Our FMC is definitely morally grey, I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, she's potentially not a nice person. I don't know. I'm sure we'll have more to figure out. But no, I'm enjoying this so far. And it's nice to be in a fantasy romantasy world. And like, I just can't get over how stunning this edition is. Just so good. I think I might actually sign off this video here because I'm not going to get any more reading done this week. So how I failed the reading challenge? Technically yes, because I have like 200 pages of this left, maybe even more, 200, 300 pages of this left. And this video needs to go out today because otherwise Maria's going to come at me and that's not what I'm wanting. That's not what I'm wanting. Thank you, Maria, very, very much for kindly providing the prompts for this week. Sorry I let you down, girl, but it's just been a really busy one. So, yeah, sorry. But I'm going to finish this soon, and then we can do our buddy read of Warrior Princess Assassin. Is that what it is? I can't remember the order that it goes in. Princess, Warrior, Assassin? Assassin, Princess, Warrior? I don't know, but then we can do a buddy read on that. Please go check out Maria. She is literally the sweetest human ever. She does some great content as well over on Instagram, TikTok. Literally, you can find her everywhere and anywhere. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!